everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Broncos going up against the Jets. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to air it out. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try and run with Booker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
On second down, here's Simeon. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Caught, Safarian-Jenkins, right side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now Marshall coming in motion right. Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And to the tight end here, Safarian-Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time. Third down here. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Marshall, 56 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And for Sanders, first touchdown since week 4 in week 12, and he did more than that, 162 yards receiving.
I think what really impressed me the most, though, 99 yards receiving on one drop.
Yeah, because of that personal foul penalty.
Yeah, they ended up setting them back. I think it was against Gary Kubiak. He was, in the white when he ran into an official inadvertently, but that's a penalty. He's supposed to be back from the side of the field. Emmanuel Sanders said, no problem. I got you, coach. Picked him up and took him home.
They come out here in the eye. Booker on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Sheldon Richardson's talent is absolutely immense. And when he plays on the defensive line, it's a difficult task to block him.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Simeon on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
They snap it to Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the eye. Simeon's going to keep it. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to the air, Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos are able to recover.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble. But now they face a 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Simeon. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Marshall coming in motion right. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Over. Set. Ready.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. And the play clock's running down. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And partner, the Jets may have found something with Quincy Enunwa. 5 catches, a career-high 109 and a touchdown in Week 12.
And how about his career development? You know, when he first made it into the NFL, he was seen strictly as a blocker, a guy who could make plays for them in the running game, block downfield and spring guys for bigger yardage. But he kept developing, kept working, became a dependable receiver, and now he can catch passes out wide and also come into the slot and take a lot of routes that a tight end would run as well.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Fitzpatrick. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hey, move over. Under. Set. Move 45.
Play clock winding down.
45.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Fitzpatrick will sneak it. Give him 2. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Marshall coming in motion right.
3.
Fitzpatrick to throw this time. Safarian Jenkins has it. So Miller in on the stop there. He was in on 9 stops in Week 12 in that loss to Kansas City. Also 3 sacks for Von Miller in that game.
You've done your fair share of basketball in your life. Think about when you see guys who have the hot hand on both sides of the for both teams, right? They go back and forth, trading baskets and all. Didn't it feel that way? Von Miller and Justin Houston of Kansas City. Miller 9 tackles, 3 sacks. Houston 10 tackles, 3 sacks. What a performance they put on.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. Anunwa's got it, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, 38 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And hauled in here by Jordan Norwood. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the 50, it's Simeon. He's got his man here. It's Green. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend, because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that leads to a New York first down.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Force. Under 45. Move 45.
Second down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Fitzpatrick on first down. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Anunu's got it, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's first down, New York. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Marshall coming in motion right. First down, Fitzpatrick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that's good for a Jet first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Set, ready, force.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Brought down to the 28. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. Fitzpatrick now. That one complete to Anderson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
Forte, and he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. The play clock's running down. And Folk's kick is good. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you screwed? They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Steve McClendon forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. To throw on second is Simeon. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Demarius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. It's caught. He finds Norwood. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, here we go.
Simeon throwing again. And that is incomplete here. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and goal from the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch the...
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And his pass incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Under.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He's got time. He's got his man on the crossing route. And after that play, we've got a man down, a member of the linebacking corps. And the medical staff will attend to it. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 1st down, Fitzpatrick. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety. T.J. Ward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Simeon going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to speed things up here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. He was looking for Quincy Anoon with that time, and it's second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On second down, Fitzpatrick again. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Play clock winding down. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick dumps off to Powell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Second down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Now Marshall coming in motion right. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Fitzpatrick. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. They'll sneak it with Fitzpatrick. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They'll come out in the pistol. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.